Hi everyone, this is Brian Moore from PM Square with another Planning Analytics tutorial. If you like what you see, be sure and connect with me on LinkedIn, where my URL is BrianPM2. Happy to connect with you there and answer any questions you may have. All right, let's get right to it. It's finally here. PAW 57, Planning Analytics Workspace, version 57, released locally October 2nd. We're expecting a cloud release in mid to late October. And wanted to put this video together to just give you a quick walkthrough of what we've noticed at PM Square over the first few days of using the new version. Jam-packed with features, and so we're going to make subsequent videos to this one, as well as a live stream on October 20th. Be glad to have you join us there or watch the recording here on YouTube. So, totally retooled front page here. We see that we're putting the new features right front and center. Applications and plans is one of the big new features, along with predictive forecasting. So we notice that applications and plans will show you your most recent, if you've built any. Haven't gotten into that feature too far yet, but we'll have another video getting down into the weeds of that functionality. Reports and analysis and data and models, from what I'm noticing, are pretty much identical. Only difference being that in data and models, you don't have access to create templates like you typically would in Workspace. So maybe that's more geared towards just setting up TI and rules or building dimensions. But in either of those buttons, when you navigate into them, you can perform the same functions. I can build a report in data and models. I can do a visualization in data and models. Likewise, I can edit TI and access the TI editor and rules editor in reports and analysis. So I'm not sure if both buttons are required. Lastly, administration. And pop into there real quick, see how it is vastly different, but all the functionalities still there. So just a overhaul, give it the more carbon design that we're going for as far as the formatting of all the icons and such. Back to the home page. I also noticed in the left-hand ribbon here that I have tucked away my shared folder, personal folder, and as an admin, I can see everybody else's user folder. So that is tucked on the left-hand screen. And I can pop that out and see all the content easily. So it makes it readily accessible from just about anywhere, especially when we're into our workspace and working on our templates. Let's go ahead and open up reports and analysis. And we'll spend most of our time in there. I'm going to create in the upper right corner, and we'll go ahead and do a dotted rectangle. And it gives us the blank canvas. And we notice that most of our stuff is tucked into the left-hand side over here. So we don't see our content tree like we normally did in previous versions. And we have a big blank space where we had a lot of icons before up in the upper right here. I'm going to expand the databases tree, which shows our content tree now. So that little icon is expandable. And if I go into Bacon 2020, I'm going to add on the sales view of products trend. Once I'm done there, I can tuck that away. And let's go ahead and resize that so it expands to full. So I have my exploration at the top. And very, very cool feature that I like here is when the widget is highlighted, or the object is highlighted, I see all my icons. There's no more blue box. So if I'm not highlighted, they disappear. If I am highlighted, they all appear. Quick walkthrough of all those icons, which are all the same, is the extract to Excel, snap commands, save, cube view formatting, swapping the rows and columns, zero out, recycling the grid refresh settings, sandboxing. We have the visualizations, got a little bigger. It tells you what visualization is being shown. Pins. So instead of collections, we're going to rename them pins because that's a more popular term these days. Duplication, retitling the object, trash, and drop down for expand, collapse the dimension boxes, and this handy new one, the predictive forecasting feature. Not going to get into that in this video, but just a quick couple things we've noticed is focusing on a few number of members is helpful, because if you're trying to do a predictive forecast on a summary level, say summary total regions, total customers, total products, it's going to have to churn through a lot of calculations, and it's going to take a long while. So you may want to focus on the end level elements when you're first trying this out. Also, I believe it needs a good amount of periods to do a prediction. I had tried it out on just 12 months, and I was having some issues with it. So the more historical data you can bake into that forecast, the better results you can have. All right, and back into our report here, I'm going to shrink the exploration a little bit so that I can replicate it. And we'll try to build a quick little visualization here. And so now I have my data on top, visualization on bottom. I'm going to select reorient the bottom pane, and we'll put periods to the left of products, and put quantity on columns. And we'll switch this visualization at the bottom to a line visualization. All right, we notice that we have new fields properties in the upper right. So not just properties, but fields, which is only available if you're working on a visualization. And we see tons of customization available here now. So X and Y axis, we can shuffle what member selections we have. If you're used to Cognos Analytics, this is going to be deja vu for you, because it's looking a lot more like Cognos Analytics these days. So this ability to customize is coming over from the CA side. In properties, we see a ton of specifics in terms of resizing. So they've heard our concerns about sizing the boxes properly and aligning our elements, and we're getting a lot more flexibility in this release. So hopefully no longer an issue going forward of being able to properly align your widgets within your grid face. Okay, I'm going to shift attention over to the far left hand side, and we're going to go through the rest of these. We have the pins again, so there's your ability to pin one of these objects, and similar to how we used to have collections, so same feature, just renamed. I have visualizations, and this is the Cognos Analytics way of doing things, is instead of building a exploration and then converting to a visualization, you can just build a visualization from scratch. That can be helpful because in the past in PA, maybe we didn't know how to properly orient our dimensions in order to produce a certain visualization. So from here, we just start from scratch and bring in dimensions from our database tree. So we won't get into that, but that is a new feature in this release, that we can build those visualizations from scratch. I'm going to trash that. And lastly, we have the widgets. And so this little widgets icon on the left contains the text box, the images, media, links, and action buttons. These used to be in the upper right corner, but now to clean up that appearance, we've tucked them all underneath this expansion on the left-hand side. We don't have the view icon anymore, so we've gotten rid of that. It's a little redundant, no worries there. And we have shapes, so an additional 4 shapes have been added: the chevron, eye, the skull, and the brain. Or is it a cloud, or is it a brain cloud? Don't know. That's a Joe versus the volcano reference for some of you out there. All right, what else can we tell you? The chat feature has been deprecated, so we don't see that anymore in the ribbon. And we, in the upper right-hand corner, in our ability to share, we notice that the export feature only produces a PDF. Formerly, we had the PowerPoint slide or the image ability, but that's been taken away for now. Not sure if it's coming back. We do still have the ability to export to Excel. So if I'm up here in the exploration, I have the ability to extract to Excel. One thing I've noticed on Turbo Integrator is feature I really liked was feedback on when the process is running. I've noticed when I kick off TI processes, I'm not seeing that feedback anymore in these icons. So not a whole lot of feedback when we're running TI. Sometimes you got to head into the admin screen and monitor the thread to see how that's processing along. But they're not really giving us much in that regard. That just about covers it for this quick video. I wanted to give you a quick walkthrough of some things we've noticed so far. Again, live stream coming up October 20th. Be sure to join us there. Be sure to visit our channel here and subscribe. We're going to have a lot more videos on this release. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.